Okay, so this recorded video is intended for extension of our discussion. So for this video or for this presentation, we're going to talk about the research problem and the theoretical framework. So we're done with introducing ourselves to what research is or what SIP is, why do we need to do researching, what is the importance of doing research, what are the characteristics of a research and a researcher, so that we can consider it a study, a research study, or an SIP study. So we're also done with the ethical standards of doing research. What are the etiquette of a researcher? And we know that there is a big difference already and when we are talking about morals and ethics. Okay, so when you say ethics, it talks about the things that we should and should not do whenever we are within the same group or within a group of people who shares the same expertise and profession. Now, why do we need etiquettes in doing that? We know that ethics ground us now in the realization and principles in order to promote or maintain harmony and orderliness among our colleagues or among those persons whom we share the same expertise with. Now, we're done with all of those things, the do's and don'ts in doing researches. So it's time to proceed on the research problem and theoretical framework. We cannot say that a study is a study if there is no problem. Okay, so basically, this is the exciting part in the discussion of research because this is one of the hardest part to start a research study because thinking about a problem is not easy. Because we can say something or anything can be a problem. However, is it researchable or not? That is the question. Okay, so for this presentation, we are going to talk about that and try to digest, or have an introductory part. Besides, after this one, we'll have your presentations or individual reporting for the topics that are given to you. So let's start. So yeah, sabi ang exciting part. Yes, this is the exciting part of doing a study because it's not easy to identify a problem. So with this presentation, we're going to define a research problem or what is a research or how to identify a research topic. Okay. It says here, your problem is the solution. So how can be the problem be the solution? So minsan kasi 'di ba sinasabi natin pag problema siya kailangan siyang hanapan ng solution. But in research, the problem of the study is the solutions, the possible solution to that problem. Why? Research problem is a dilemma, no, to anyone. Anyone would like to study or explore. So how do we what do you call this? How do we solve a problem or a research problem? That is the question. What comes out of our mind usually serves as the focus of one's investigation. A theoretical framework guides the inquiry process and helps determine the relationships to be established. So, in research, when we talk about the problem leads us to the solution. It's not that we find solution to the problem. Your problem will guide you to the solution because at the end of any study, there is a conclusion and recommendation. Not like the other way around when we say mathematics, for example. There is a step-by-step process, no, in solving for the problem, for the mathematics problem. In science, you conduct experiments for the problem. However, in research, your problem guides you in doing or in discovering a possible solution. Okay, so we don't do the solution, we discover the solution for the problem. So kaya ang sinabi dyan, your problem is the solution. Next one, so what are the essential things? So How should the research be started? Yun yung matututunan for this presentation. What is a research problem? And then the start of a research endeavor is to identify a research problem. Of course, paano natin sisimulan ng research natin? Kung wala naman tayong problema, di ba? So, yun yung ating first start. So, ano ba yun at paano natin ginagawa? Ano yung factors na nakaka-apekto doon? Yun yung ating edit-take for the day. So, for the concepts and definitions, research is like a maze. So, kung nakakita na kayo ng maze before or nakapag-solve na kayo ng maze before, ganun ang pasikot-sikot ng research. So, a maze is a network of passages. Marami tayong pwedeng maging solution. Okay, but the problem or the what do you call this? The logic now is that how can we solve the problem in the least possible way? So parang sa maze din, although maraming pwedeng lusutan, no? Saan yung pinakamaiksi? Kasi saan yung pinakamaiksing way or passage na pwede nating daanan? Okay? Kaya sabi dyan, a maze is a network of passages like a puzzle through which an individual has to strategize. So yun naman yung iisipin natin sa research natin. Ano yung way para makuha natin yung solution? Find a way and reach the end goal. There may be different possible ways, yes, how to solve the problem, but the key to finishing it is to plan how to begin solving it. So, in doing research, we plan how to solve the problem. And in that planning, in the long run or in the process, we find specific solutions. Okay? Not like, sabi ko nga, sa ibang subject, meron ka ng step by step para dun sa solution. Okay, sa research, we find the steps for the solution. We find a solution to recommend. So how should a research be started? Where should research begin? How is the topic chosen? These questions are probably asked by all researchers at the start of a research project. So, but the answer is simple. Research usually starts from the researcher's interest. So, we are going to work within your field of interest. Sabi ko nga kapag wala sa interest nyo or wala sa line of interest nyo yung ginagawa nyo study, magiging boring siya. Kasi wala dun yung interest nyo wala dun yung focus nyo. Or you don't have a prior understanding of that knowledge. Okay, so what are these interests? So how can we identify no if our interests is a researchable or probable research problem? So interest may come in from the following sources. Number one, we have the daily life experience. Yes, we encounter problems every day. So there are problems that most of you have in common. So if you're going to look, hindi naman pwedeng, yung problema mo, di ba minsan curious ka, ito bang difficulties ko nararanasan din ng ibang tao? Halimbawa, traffic, di ba, sa pagpasok sa school. So hindi lang ikaw yung nakakaranas nun. So a traffic can be a researchable problem. Why? Marami kasing nakakaranas din nun. So ano pa? Daily experiences nyo, for example, yung fare papunta sa school. So, hindi lang ikaw ang nakakaranas nun na may malaking pagtaas doon sa amount ng pamasahe araw-araw. Marami ring nakaka-experience nun. So, research topics may come from simple to complex questions that people ask as they go about their lives. So, those are simple questions eh. But it can come into complex questions as far as you dig deeper on the cause, okay, of that problem. So for instance, for example, fishermen or fish growers could have developed the most effective way to grow fish. Lalo na ngayon, 'di ba? Issue ngayon medyo mababa ang supply when it comes to the fisheries part. So ano yung pwedeng gawin? Or carbon footprints. Yung carbon footprints natin ngayon greatly affect the environment. So some people or some researchers find a way to mitigate its effect by using green energy from water, sunlight, and wind. So those are daily experiences. Okay. What else? We have the academic readings. Okay. Some researchers find their topics through reading. May mga nababasa kayo later or may mga nababasa kayo ngayon that strikes your interest within a topic. So reading academic materials can also stimulate one's interest to explore a particular topic. My study is or my study emerged from academic readings because during year 2013, that is the first tawag dito, yun yung pilot actually, yung piloting year ng K to 12 curriculum. So we came from basic education curriculum or yung BEC na tinatawag. So as an education student, I find it very much interesting. No? What are the set attributes of the new curriculum, K to 12 curriculum, for the teachers? Kasi baka it will give another challenge or another definition of the role of teachers. So what did I do is I looked into the toolkit or the manual of the K to 12 curriculum on the year 2013 kasi yun yung pilot year. So ano nakalagay doon? Ang daming expectations, napaka-ideal na expectations sa mga K to 12 teachers. So there are 10 actually attributes or characteristics of a K to 12 teacher set. Technically focusing on the 21st century skills of the teachers. So that is my basis for my study. So the curiosity strikes me at that time because I was wondering, do the future generations or future batches of teachers are really equipped with the 21st century skills in teaching those? That's my curiosity, no, based from my academic readings. Gusto kong makita yung bang mga teachers at present in the K to 12 curriculum right now are my teachers because my respondents before are my teachers from Rojas National High School. So the question starts with, do they have or do they possess the attributes set by the Department of Education specifically for math teachers kasi math major ako. So that's my question. So my study emerged from academic reading. So from academic readings, I was able to conceptualize the paradigm wherein when the teacher possess the attributes set by the Department of Education for 21st century learning skills, it means the students is ready, no, for their career. Kasi yun yung goal before ng DepEd. Pagkatapos ng K to 12, kahit hindi na daw mag-college, ready na yung estudyante. But the question is, will they be equipped really with in terms of their teachers' capacity to teach them? Kasi iba ang competencies ng college compared sa high school. So kailangan ba yung competencies ng college observable din sa mga high school teachers? Those are the questions that I have in mind before. So, kaya nga sabi dyan, usually the idea that catches the attention of the reader while scanning an academic paper becomes the reader's research topic. So, while reading the K-12 toolkit before, it strikes my interest, no? And then somehow, the K-12 toolkit becomes my topic or my research topic. Yun yung pinopost ko kay Ma'am Janet and she was like, are you ready to take this topic? And I was like, yes, I am ready. I have respondents. Meron naman akong basis about my study. And somehow I want to create an evaluation form or standardize an evaluation form to see whether the Philippines is ready for the K-12 setup. However, of course, my study was only limited for Rojas National High School. And somehow it gives me or it opened a way for me to love research more because the institution or the state university gave me the opportunity to present my study among the best students of ISU system, I think. So we won with that uh, particular title. So may mga kalaban ako nun ng grupo pa pero that research topic or that research problem gave us another idea of what kind of 21st century skills and teaching is expected for our teachers. So that topic emerges from academic reading. So what about you? What are the academic readings that you do? So your academic readings or things that you read can really strikes or really ignite your interest within the topics that you want to research. For example, you're interested with technologies, 'di ba? So hindi naman kayo nasasapatan sa panonood lang ng YouTube videos or ng DIY videos for technologies, 'di ba? So what you do is you read and read and read, just like what John Wayne did. Kasi hindi wala namang formal teaching or seminar sa kanila on how to do programming. However, because they want to create the library management system, so what did John Wayne do? He needs to travel, no, or to visit some schools who offers ICT courses and look into the coding languages that they do, and somehow he finds himself doing the codes without the actual tawag dito, knowledge at all. Kasi hindi naman tinuturo paano mag-code sa atin dito sa casa, pero he managed to study it within his own efforts because he wants to push through with his research. Yeah. Next one is, of course, personal hobbies. Your hobbies can ignite a topic. Okay, the things you enjoy doing can also raise a research problem. If you enjoy doing crafts or handicrafts, that can be an SIP topic or a research problem. So most researchers would like to seek answers from questions they have based on the things they enjoy doing. When you enjoy doing music, you enjoy doing dance, you enjoy doing arts, you enjoy cooking, or you enjoy doing something that is new. For example, wine making, baking, gusto mo gumawa ng ibang sauce, yan. Those are research topics. So, for example, a survey on the views of people about certain issue because they enjoy doing so. One of the topics raised by the grade 12 students is yung internet commerce. Okay? Um, which somehow is new to me. Kasi, o nga no, during the advent of pandemic, dami-daming nag-result to online selling. So that can be a problem. Next one, listening to classical music and upbeat music enhances students' focus and comprehension. Mahilig ka sa music, gaano ba, if you get curious about it, may impact ba yung pakikinig ko ng music sa aking learning capabilities? That can be a question. Okay? What else? Sila Chai before, um, mahilig sila sa mga beauty products and all. So they come up with the soap on your all-purpose cleaning soap. Although it's not pleasing to see, however, they were able to start. Sila Michelle naman, they tried to recreate paper bags by weaving it instead of just pasting it together. So, does it affect the durability of the bag or not? It's the question of their study. So, it involves trial and error process also. Next one is attention catching situations. So, things that catches your curiosity and attention is a research problem. There are cases encountered by the researchers that catch their attention. Researchers can formulate questions as to how this becomes possible or how the things is able to do those, etc. So for example, a self-charging shoe can be so clever, but thinking about how it can be done makes more sense. Okay? Yung mga ginagawa mga scientists natin. Those are attention-catching situations. So for example, meron ako napanood one time. Kasi 'di ba nag-strike or sumisipa na ang presyo ng gasolina. So ang downfall kasi ngayon ng mga solar powered devices or machines or vehicles is that kailangan stationary siya. No, it cannot power while it's moving. So some scientists develop a vehicle or solar powered vehicle that it is powered while it's moving. So you can see, I don't know if you have seen the solar-powered bus from the DOST Kawayan. Naglakbay na ata yung mga trend na yun before dito sa Rojas. So, those are examples, attention-catching situation. Next is identifying the research topic. So once interest is recognized, a particular research topic can be identified. So this idea should be explored thoroughly by scanning and reviewing related literature. So that is why I told you that in doing research, nagti 3 hours talaga tayo. Read, read, read. Okay, hindi mawawala yun. To do this, the following can be done. So number one is reading. Okay, reading books, research titles, and other professional publications regarding a given topic of interest can help you now identifying your research topic. One way also is asking for help from experts in the field for more relevant ideas and perspectives. So if you opt to, for example, you opt to come up with coffees and your sugar, I suggest you to ask the TLE teachers or Teacher Helen, Sir Nelson, Tate Andy, yan, pwede yan. Next one is observing things for some experiences about this interest. So you observe, you can identify your research topic by just observing. So research topics can also be identified from the following. Number one, current events or emerging ideas. So for action researches or field researches, we are more curious about what is happening. So today's for today's video na. Okay, for this month, I think for this year, the economy of the Philippines is really at focus right now. And of course, the gaps within the learners. Those are the problems right now. Kasi may mga learners tayo na mahina talaga. Okay, ang reasons nila is that because of the pandemic. However, we see gaps between the relationship of students and their teachers and the parents and the school as a community. So those can be a research topic. DSWD, and DepEd, Department of Health, yan. Those are, may mga current events, no? May mga emerging ideas tayo dyan. Next one is problems that require solutions. Products that may be tested. On your case, for SIP, this is your research topics, no? Reports about scientists that scientists are currently working on. What else? Problems encountered in technology. I think nagpalipad ng DOST ng tatlong Maya. The Maya 1, 2, and 3 are mini satellites, yeah, for the Philippines. Next, we have the specific needs of a certain community. So we can focus on these two since you're SIP, no? The products that may be tested and specific needs of a certain community. I'll use the example, the saltwater lamp of um, I forgot who's the proponents for saltwater lamp. However, Queen's group tried to replicate the idea, okay, of creating a saltwater lamp. Pero having a I think 15 volts of power. That's the goal of their study. Okay. So those can be a research topic. Next one, last is of course the factors affecting your topic selection. So things that catches your curiosity and attention is a research problem. So number one, have a personal factors. Personal factors are related to personal experiences, personal qualifications, expertise, motivation, intellectual curiosity, and perceptiveness of the researcher. Time elements, benefits, and hazards may also be considered. And of course, we have the external factors. This include uniqueness or novelty, importance or value of the research, availability of data and materials, ethical considerations, and department or unit where the research is to be undertaken. So pag sinabi nating factors, ito yung pwedeng makaapekto doon sa mga study nyo. Factors can be negative or positive. Okay? It depends how you treat the factors within your level. So, if that's personal factor, so ito yung pwedeng maka-influence doon sa pag-select nyo ng idea, positively or negatively. Same is true with external factors. Okay, so that's all for this recorded discussion. So if you have any more questions, you can just chat me and we'll talk about that on the next meeting. So thank you so much.